First of all, what are proteins? Proteins are macromolecules that are composed of amino acids. So, proteins are large complex organic compounds that are composed of covalently linked amino acid subunits, and it contains carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and sulfur. So, also the proteins are the most versatile cell components, and each type of protein consists of a very unique set of amino acids linked in a chain that can be form several amino acids to hundreds of amino acids in length. Of course, the characteristics that form uneven distributions and even the amounts of protein determine what cell looks like and how it functions. So each cell type contains a characteristic set of thousands of different types of proteins that largely determine what the cell looks like and how it functions. For example, the muscle cell contains large amounts of protein myosin and actin, which are responsible for their ability to contract. So, the most abundant protein in red blood cell is hemoglobin, which is responsible for the specialized function of oxygen transport. So again, as an example, we did mention that protein in muscle help in the contraction. And not only this, but also the enzyme that are help they accelerate the chemical reaction that take place in an organism. And now we will take a list of those proteins. If we are looking here, we have a lot or many different types of functions that are being performed by proteins. Proteins are involved in virtually all aspects of metabolism because most enzyme molecules that accelerate the thousands of different chemical reactions that take place in an organism are proteins. Not only this, proteins are assembled into a variety of shapes, allowing them to serve as major structural components of cells and tissues. And for this reason, growth and repair as well as a maintenance of the organism depending on proteins. If you go to the sort of the different sorts of proteins, here for example, we have the enzymes. This is a protein class, and its function is to catalyze specific chemical reactions in order to allow them to happen. Example, the enzymes, thousands of different proteins that speed up the chemical reaction, of course, without being changed. Example, enzymes that hydrolyze the bond in starch and other food molecules that we talked before in the digestion process. Also, we have a protein class such like the structural proteins. Its function is to strengthen and protect cells and tissues. Examples, collagen, which is found in ligaments and tendons, keratin, which is found in hair and skin tissues. Also, we have another sort of protein class, which is the storage proteins. Its function is to store the nutrients. Example, the ovalbumin, which is found in the egg white protein, okay, and even xenin that is found in the corn seed protein. Also, we have another class of protein which are the transport proteins. Its function is to move substances between cells and across cell membranes. Examples, hemoglobin, its function is to transport O2 in blood, okay, and we have also the cell membranes or protein that is found in the cell membrane. Its function is to transport of glucose, ions, and amino acids. Also, we have another protein class that are categorized as regulatory proteins. Its function is to control the activities of proteins, genes, cells, and even tissues. Examples, we have the protein kinases that control activities of other proteins. We have also the hormones, such like insulin, that controls activities of cells and tissues. Also, we have the transcription factors that are controlling the activities of the genes. Also, we have another sort of protein class which are known as the motile protein or motor proteins. Those are generating the movement in cells and tissues. Examples, actin and myosin, as we just mentioned a couple of seconds. Those are found in muscles and responsible for the contraction and the movement of intracellular structures. Also, we have protective proteins. Its function is to defend against foreign invaders, such like antibodies that are bind to a specific foreign proteins, defending, and inhibiting the growth of microbial invaders.